Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Thursday, the 27th of January 2022. Oh, it's Thursday. I just remembered I've got something to do. I kind of forget the days. The days when you don't have a kind of fixed routine, they just merge into one. Right, today's Guardian Sudoku puzzle is the first of the two weekly hard level games, or games that have that denomination, I should say. Um, we'll get onto that in a second. When I was looking around for a news story to publicize this morning, I was taken back as a to childhood school memories, secondary school memories, because I saw the name Lee Oscar. Lee Oscar, a musician, a harmonica player who played with the group War, which were very popular in my school when I was young, along with a few other groups, Genesis and things like that. But anyway, he has a new. I didn't know that he was still playing music. That's such a long time ago. War obviously disbanded. Well, I assume they disbanded many years ago. I hadn't bothered. I didn't bother to check, but certainly I haven't heard anything from them for many years. And he has a new album coming out tomorrow called Never Forget, and it's in the newspaper partly because of the theme of the album. It's called Never Forget because it describes the experiences of his family, specifically his mother and aunt, who were Holocaust survivors. Interesting how people. I think it's quite interesting how people react to these kind of situations as well. His aunt talked about her experiences and made sure that everybody understood the importance and how to link human rights activism to and the fight against anti-Semitism and things like that. And then his mother never spoke about it. Some people react in kind of silence, and some, not wanting to go ahead and talk, and some people react in rather opposite manner and want to share with everybody and make sure people understand. There's no right or wrong way. It's just quite interesting how people react, I think. Anyway, he himself moved to New York when he was 18 and started busking in the streets. So that's going to be an interesting album. I've no idea. I should have a listen to it. I think that the group War, kind of started my musical journey. To be honest with you, I'm a jazz lover at the moment. I've progressed to the point where nearly all of the music that I listen to is jazz. It's not the only music I love. I love classical and some rock and all kinds of music, really, with the possible exception of country and western, which I can't really get along with in general terms. I mostly dislike it. But apart from that, I'm open to all kinds of music, world music and stuff like that as well that I love. But I think that War kind of was one of the starting points, really, for me, when I was so young and starting to hear kind of a jazz influence. It wasn't a jazz group, but they had some jazz influence there, and I think that pushed me along. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get on to the game of Sudoku and talk about how it is played. Okay, it is a game of a grid of 9 squares by 9 squares. We fit numbers 1 to 9 in each row across. We fit numbers 1 to 9 in each column down, and we fit numbers 1 to 9 as a twist into each of these boxes. Okay, that's it. How do we go about finding the numbers? Well, we can say that 3 is in this row already, and therefore 3 cannot reappear in any of these squares here. 3 is in this row already, and therefore blocks any other square in this row from becoming a 3. So 3 is blocked from this square, 3 is blocked from these two squares, and if you're observant, you will have noticed up this column here, we have a 3 also, and that blocks its way down here. So these squares are eliminated, and that leaves just a single empty square where we can place our 3, and that's what we are looking for in this game. One single square left. After looking at all the other options and deciding there is only one location a digit can go, that's when we can place it. We do not guess. It's not a guessing game, okay, if you're new to Sudoku. Okay, so that's it. That's how we play the game. All we have to do now is examine the board and find the answers. And as I say, the Guardian course is hard level. It is yet to be seen how difficult it is. I don't play these games ahead of starting the camera, so I have no idea how easy or difficult it's actually going to be. Somehow there aren't any easy starters, I think, so maybe it's going to turn out to be one of the trickier games, but let's find out. Okay. Usually by this time I will have told you about 3 or 4 different numbers, but haven't seen them yet, so that's why I'm suspecting that it's going to turn out to be, although I have seen a lot of paired combinations, so I suspect once we find a couple, the rest of it is going to fall very quickly, but it's just that finding our way in that's proving to be a bit tricky here. Lots of paired combinations. Ooh. Interesting. I can't find a way in. That is interesting. Oh, there it is. 6 blocks down here, 6 blocks across here. So that means 6 is in one of these 2 squares here. So 6 will block down here, 6 will block down here. So 6 must go here. That's one way of looking at it. Or you could say this 6 blocks this 3, an easier way maybe. This 6 blocks these 3 squares and this 6 blocks this square. So a 6 must fit there. Now the 6 and the 7. Oh, no. Oh, I tell a lie. I've seen something. I was about to confuse myself. What did I see before? This is going to be a strange game, right? Okay. Okay, this 8 blocks these 3 squares, so we can place out 8 here for this column, right? Because we don't yet have an 8, so we do now. Our 8 blocks all the way down here, so this must be an 8. Okay, finally we're getting moving here. And 8 blocks down here and 8 blocks across here, so one of these 2 squares will be an 8, so 8 blocks down here, 8 blocks down here, and 8 blocks across here. So that will be an 8, and then 8 across this row and across this row means that that must be an 8 there. Pen seems to be a bit wearing out. I think I'm going to open my other pen. I bought a bunch last time I was out, so I've got plenty of blue. Okay, now this 8 blocks across this row, this 8 blocks across this row, and 8 blocks up here, like so, leading us to say that is a very dark coloured 8. Okay, missing numbers down here are 1 and 2, so the 2 will block up and block this square, this 2 blocks up here and 2 blocks across there, so 2 fits in there, then the 2 blocks across here and across here, the 2 must go there. Now we have 2 across this row, and down here, leading us to say that's a 2 blocking down here. Like I said, just once you find a way in, the rest of it is going to go fairly quickly, I think. 2 blocking down here, and across here. That's a 2. Seven blocking down here, 7 across here, so that's a 7 there. Missing numbers in this row are 1, 4, and 9. That's what we need. We've got 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 4, and 9 are missing. 4 and 9 both block this square. So we now know that has to be a 1 because it can't be 4 and it can't be 9. Okay, and now we can place our 2 there. Okay, so that's a 1. Missing numbers here are 1 and 4. We need 1 and 4 to complete this row, so that missing number there has to be whatever else is left. If this is 1 and 4, what don't we yet have? Well, we don't have a 9, so a 9 must be there. Now 9 blocking down here, up here, that's our 9 there. 9 blocking up this column and across here, that's a 9 there. It's really just an easy game once you find your feet. A very easy game, I think. 9 blocking up here, 9 blocking up here, 9 across here, and 9 across here. 9 will fit there. Okay, this 9 blocks these two squares, or 9 blocking here, 9 blocking here if you prefer, and this 9 blocks this square. So in this column, there is only one square that is not affected by an intersecting 9, and that's this one down here. So we know that the 9 fits here, and then we just need a 4 to complete this row. Okay. We don't yet have a 1 in this column, and this one blocks this square, this one blocks this square, so our 1 must fit in the top row in that location. Missing numbers in this column are 4 and 6. Those are the two numbers we don't yet have and have to fit into these two empty squares. If you look over here, you will notice the intersecting 6, meaning that the 6 goes here and the 4 is in that square there. Now 4 goes up and blocks this square here. 4 must be somewhere in this column, right? Because this 4 stops this square from being 4, so we know 4 is somewhere here, which will go up and block that square. So 4 blocking here, 4 blocking here, 4 blocking there, and 4. Therefore, will fit there. The last number to put into this column is 7. That means that the missing numbers here are 3 and 5. We have a 3 stopping that from becoming a 3, so the 3 goes here and the 5 goes here. Now we only have one digit to place down here, it's a 7, so we put that in now. Six blocks this square, 6 blocks this square, so 6 goes here. The missing numbers are 4 and 5. We can't place them just yet, so we'll hold off on it. Why worry? Why worry about things that you can't control or can't do? Let's just look for things we can do, like this 3 blocking across here, 3 blocking up there, 3 blocking up there. That's a 3 we can place there. Did you like my Zen-like comment there about not being able to, not worrying about things that we can't control? That was a comment on life. Often easier to say than to do, mind you, in reality, but a useful philosophical point, I think. 9 blocks across here, 9 blocks across here, and 9 blocks down here, so 9 will fit into that square there. 1 blocks this square, 1 blocks this square. We are still lacking a 1 in this row, so now we are not. We put that in and we say this can't be a 1 now. 1 fits here. The only number that we needed to complete either this row or this block is a 6. So we'll place it. Now 6 blocks up here and 6 blocks across there. So that has to be a 6 there. Then 6 blocking across here and from down here up blocking that square and 6 blocking that square. We know that's a 6 right there. What's left to do? Not a great deal really, is there? 7 blocks across here like this, so that's a 7. Now 7 blocks down here, 7 blocks across there, so that's a 7 there. 3 and 5 are the missing digits here. We have a 5 intersecting here, so that's our 5 and that's our 3. Just one number missing in this column now. I believe it's an 8, so let's draw one in. 8 blocks across here, 8 blocks across here. That's an 8 there. One number missing across this row, it's a 4. One number missing in this block, it's a 3. Okay. Okay, not too much more to get now, is there? What were the missing numbers here? Was it 4 and 5? Is that right? Yeah. Oh, 4, 5 missing here still. Okay. Alright, so we still have to get those. What's missing up the top here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7. So we have 7 stopping that square from being 7. That's a 7. That's a 5. Now this stops this square from being a 5. So 5 goes here. 4 goes here. 5 is there and 4 is in that square. Down 1 blocks this square from being a 1. Then we can fit a 4 here to finish. This 4 stops that from being a 4, and 1 is our last digit. Okay, a very easy game actually. Once you've found a way in, it took me a little while to get started there. I had to think how to get started, but once I'm started, it's very simple. Please join me for other more tougher? That's not right, is it? That's a double comparative there. Tougher games later today. Bye.